Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Transformers fans everywhere, welcome back. LPS, Last Prime Speculator, here to bring you another episode of the Redemption series as always. Today's focus on the Redemption series is Evac and the Knights of Cybertron. If you're not familiar with the Redemption series focus on plots, events, characters, and artifacts that were never explained in the Transformers live-action universe. Let's get right to it. Throughout the millennia, many Transformers fell into battle, while many fled Cybertron in search of safety. Because the Allspark wielded such infinite power, a niche group of Transformers was put together by Alphia Trion, custodian of the ancient relics of Cybertron. Their mission was to dedicate their lives towards safekeeping of the Allspark, and they were known as the Knights of Cybertron. Because they were deemed the Guardians of The Allspark, the Knights of Cybertron were branded with similar glyphs of markings as the Cube that they were sworn to protect. Should the Allspark fall into hands of the Decepticons, chaos and destruction would ensue, and the efforts of Alphia Trion to protect the Allspark would have been wasted. Amid the final battle of Cybertron, the Allspark was cast into space by Optimus Prime. It traveled through space for many years, eventually finding its way to Earth. With the Allspark lost to vastness of space, Megatron set out to hunt it down and use its power to conquer Cybertron. Knowing the Knights of Cybertron would also pursue the Allspark, Megatron approached the Knights, offering them to surrender themselves in exchange for amnesty. The Knights were reluctant to trust Megatron, but wanted peace for Cybertron. They agreed to meet, coming in masses to the meeting, and bring in all the fable Knights of Cybertron, except a junior member by the name of Evac. But as the meeting got underway, it became clear this was a trap, as Megatron and the Decepticons instead began to lay waste to the Knights. Quickly realizing their mistakes, the Knights of Cybertron contacted Alphia Trion, but he was unable to aid them in the final moment. Contacted the only surviving Knights of Cybertron, Evac, Alphia Trion transmitted a set of coordinates for the young warrior to follow off-world. The coordinates would lead Evac to Optimus Prime and hopefully the Allspark. For centuries, Evac searched the cosmos in hope of finding any signs of Optimus Prime or the Allspark. He emitted signals, attempting to locate the Autobots who had escaped Cybertron's decimation, but received no signal back. Finally coming upon the planet's Earth, Evac entered the planet's atmosphere, where Soundwave intercepted his transmission. Soundwave immediately reported to Megatron, who knew that the Knights, centuries earlier, must have sent their last surviving members to seek out and protect the Allspark. Megatron became angry, realizing the Knights was the symbol of the Cybertron that once was, a Cybertron that Megatron wished to rebuild in his image. Megatron knew that the Knights must have traced the signal of them and filed shared back to Earth. He believed that both revenge and the final shard of the Allspark were finally within his grasp. Optimus Prime was received Evac's distress signal and welcomed him as one of the Autobots, promised him safety and security. Evac told Optimus Prime that he was once a Knight of Cybertron, and so Optimus Prime revealing the mating shard. Upon touching it, a knowing form of energy was discharged and assimilated into Evac's system. The energy granted Evac hyperspeed as well as a third mode, into a carrier that could safely transport the final shards to the Allspark. Optimus Prime gave Evac the title Guardian of The Allspark and told him that his orders were safely transported to the Allspark. Optimus Prime also told Evac not to utter a word of his origins or abilities to anyone. Now Megatron and the Decepticons would stop at nothing to capture the final shards of the Allspark and destroy the Autobots, especially Evac. That still untested junior member of a very important team whose job is nothing less to defend our planet from its destruction. So what do we learn from this, guys? We learned that Alphia Trion was responsible for organizing this group, the Knights of Cybertron. One of the 13 primes, Alphia Trion, was responsible for putting this group together. This was a top secret group of fable warriors. They also were responsible to defending the Allspark. Not only just to defend the Allspark, they would sacrifice themselves and protect the Allspark at all costs. In a way, this was a secret organization created by the 13 primes and a secret mission. Basically, if you got the Treasures of Cybertron, you do not want your enemy to know where you're going to go. In a way, you don't even want your allies to know, because that's how holy these treasures were. The Allspark in particular, right? The Knights of Cybertron were actually branded with the glyphs from the actual Allspark, so they were in a way connected to it. That's a pretty sacred thing. That goes back to Transformers 1 as well. Why the Allspark, we not know where it comes from. The reason why Optimus Prime didn't know where it comes from is because of the secrecy of the Knights. Also in Transformers 1, we learn about the Allspark landing on Earth. Basically what we learned in the final battle of Cybertron, Optimus Prime had sent this out to Earth, or basically sent out in the universe, and it happened to land on Earth, right? To keep it away from Megatron. Also what was very interesting is Megatron's role in this, right? Megatron actually offered a peace with the Knights of Cybertron. Being the Knights did not want war, they wanted peace, they sided with him and agreed to a member. Megatron rose through the political game and he basically offered to turn himself in for his crimes, it would prevent the war, actually. In this meeting between Megatron and the Knights of Cybertron, there was one knight that was not present, and that was Evac. Now that's very interesting that Evac is not present. Being you need a scapegoat. You gotta think maybe Alphia Trion ordered the Knights to purposely keep Evac out. You need your scapegoat. And you also don't want him present at this meeting and knowing anything that's going on in this meeting. In a way, keep the secret from him just in case. That would have been an excellent time to add Hot Rod as this Knight, as Evac, and make him in this role, right? You don't want to keep Hot Rod in this meeting because Hot Rod is gonna want to fight to the last death, right? Being that the Knights always are a step ahead, they gotta leave one warrior out to protect the treasures of Cybertron. Alphia Trion then would provide the knowledge to Evac and basically tell him his mission. His mission is to guard the treasures of Cybertron and find Optimus Prime. That is his mission. And so he's escaping with all this, and there's a lot that can happen within the process, right? Once Evac lands on Earth, Evac went searching centuries to find Optimus Prime. The Alphia Trion basically sent Evac out to find Optimus Prime in hopes to basically, he is a Prime, and provide him with this knowledge of what's happened that even Optimus didn't know at the time. Evac also lets Optimus Prime know that he is also a member of the Knights of Cybertron. Optimus probably doesn't remember. That would have been an excellent time to nail Optimus Prime and his origins. Instead of doing Orion Pax, you make it Optimus Prime, the Knights of Cybertron. And once he becomes a Prime, he doesn't remember or have any recollection, and the secret stays hidden within, right? Once Optimus reveals this knowledge that Evac sent this message to Optimus, Optimus then orders Evac to be the Guardian of the Allspark. Now here's the awesome clue. Did Alphia Trion not tell Evac because he knew that Earth was actually Unicron, and where the Allspark landed, that would be the one thing that could end or break the war. So you do not want Evac to even know that Earth is actually Unicron. Guys, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. We just hit 3,000 plus subscribers. I am completely honored. Again, I wanted to make sure I did a 3,000 video with what started it all, and that was the Knights of Cybertron documentary. And I'm so thankful and so honored and want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you're a fan of Transformers, we dig deep in the lore of Transformers. To my subscribers, thank you so much. I love you guys with all my heart. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and don't forget to turn on the notification and hit that bell. That way you can stay updated with all of my videos. I got plenty more videos going away. Guys, I thank you so much for your patience. I know I went on a break. This is LPS here to bring you another episode of the Redemption series. Peace.